Elfen lead critique, analysis, and supposed theories. I've been putting this video off for a while now, so I'm going to try and power through this with the time I have. I may or may not use pictures of the series for reference examples. I may also swear a lot. If you get confused while watching this video I made, I would recommend just watching the Why Did We Like Elfen Lied video on YouTube. Or just type in Elfen Lied reviews and you'll get a lot of great content from other YouTubers I've watched in the past. Also, if I come across as negatively criticizing, I'm still a fan of the series regardless, as nostalgia is a powerful drug. I wanted to touch upon some introspective moments in the Elfen Lied series that may have been overlooked in certain aspects. Bear in mind that I am basing my theories and critiques on the US version of Elfen Lied that came out in 2005, not the 2004 Japanese version, although they may have some intertwining similarities in regards to what I am trying to communicate here. I don't really have an interest in watching the whole of the Japanese version at this point. I remember seeing an article about Elfen Lied in New Type USA back in 2005, and I actually felt terrified of watching it when I was younger. I am also not going to analyze the 2002 manga of Elfen Lied, unless I need to pick it apart to outline certain references that need to be shared within conjunction to the US anime series. Brace yourself for random ramblings if I start to lose the plot here. The manga can be exhausting to get through, but if you're OCD like me, you'll probably put up with it. If at all I am just talking complete gibberish to your ears, you are more than welcome to click off this video. You are completely entitled to your own opinions and viewing choices. First off, why the hell does Kazukawa not die at the end of the anime? He kind of served his purpose as the main villain of the series, although some people could argue that Kazukawa's son, Kurama, Lucy, Murako, or Bondo could also serve as villains if Kazukawa was killed off during the series. I also found it odd that Kazukawa's secretary didn't react in shock when he shot at his researcher. If you saw someone get shot right in front of you, I'm pretty sure you would probably scream and freak out uncontrollably. But I could also be overthinking this, as Kazukawa's secretary is exposed to continuous viewing of Diclonius subjects murdering our staff on the job. Lucy may or may not also be considered an intentional villain, as it can be debated whether or not the lab she was confined to influenced her over time to travel to the dark side, even after she was bullied at the orphanage where the kids also murdered her puppy and Kurama's SWAT team shot her friend to death. So much for me coming up with any theories thus far. Why the hell did I even put that in the title of my video? Lucy says to Kurama that she intends to destroy everything close to him when he tells her that he couldn't save her friend from dying. I just find it ironic that he ends up destroying his own life and everything he tried so hard to protect in the end. Kurama, in my opinion, is probably the biggest hypocrite in the entire series, being that he says that he had to kill so many Diclonius children just to keep his own Diclonius child alive. He's too gullible, I think. Why am I making this video again? Diclonius have a natural ability to sense each other. So why is it that suddenly not possible when Lucy gets shot in the head and reverts to the new personality? She still has the fucking horns in her head. What if their horns could act as antennas? What's really changed? I feel like this is just a plot contrivance or contradiction, or however the hell you say it. I also forgot how much of a bitch Yuka was towards Koda, because she got mad that he couldn't remember their childhood together. Despite Lucy killing his sister and father on the train when he was at the festival and spending a year in the hospital from the trauma, which led to his supposed memory loss of the event, or just blocked it out entirely due to shock. Stop banging my walls, damn neighbors. Anyhow, I think Nana trying to prove to Kurama that she could bring back Lucy to the lab was such a piss poor decision on her part. If she really idolized Kurama and kept calling her Papa, why did she disobey his first order for her? I feel like that whole segment in Elfen Lied was just dumb. Kurama treats Nana like a surrogate daughter, despite his own daughter still being alive and locked up in the lab. So the whole scene of him saying he killed Murako when she was a baby just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. What did I miss? Is the manga conflicting with the storyline here? But because of this love and affection Nana receives, she is somewhat the weakest of the Diclonius, because she never tried to fight or rebel against the lab like Lucy or Murako did. Then Kurama says to Lucy that him killing his own daughter was nothing like the pain Lucy causes Nana when she splices her body parts in the graveyard fight. What drugs is this man on? Shout out to Adam Conlon, by the way. I didn't realize that he was in John Tucker Must Die, Dead Silence the horror film, and the anime Gilgamesh, playing the character of Octo. Oh, another thought just came to me that I forgot about. Why are there only 2 male Diclonius in the whole series? This makes me wonder if Kazukawa and his son were the ones who manufactured the Diclonius virus and spread it intentionally throughout Japan, whilst covering it up from the public and disguising it in the press as a natural outbreak of some kind. At least I think the manga from 2002 sort of highlights this with the whole missile carrying the virus and planning to explode in the air, covering the whole of Japan's population or world population in the Diclonium virus. But I don't recall him succeeding in this plan. Maybe the end of the anime hints or hoodwinks at this because the director probably didn't get the time or the green light to further explore that in the anime. Also, Lucy expresses remorse for killing people at some point, so she may not be entitled to the position of villain or sub-villain if Kazukawa died. Hopefully I am not repeating myself here. Anyways, I'm going to fuck off now. Enjoy Elfen Lied if you wish. Peace out. P.S. When you yells out yes in the classroom, does that not remind you of Fred Fredberger from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy? And why does Koda wear a Batman t-shirt and keep saying that he has a feeling when something feels off? I'm gonna stop now.